We over here making a makeshift stand to put the camera on so we don't have to sit here and just hold it and talk to y'all. But it's been working so far, but right now it seemed like it didn't want to work. Oh, there we go. What up, Wheatfield? Spear said this may hurt a bit, like falling down and scraping your knee or banging it up pretty badly. Maybe even for somebody, I don't know if somebody did have an injury to their knees or a leg or something like that, or fall, slip and fall injury. But Spirit did just give us the message. They said that this could hurt a bit. This could definitely be a message that the wheat needs to hear. And it may not be one that we necessarily want to hear, but it's definitely giving something that needs to be heard, needs to be said. What up, we feel? Thank you, Queen. Thank you so much. Blissful day to you too, sister. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for all of your love and support, your comments, your messages. I just appreciate it more than I could ever tell you. Just know that I really receive your heart and I thank you for it. I'm so appreciative. Yeah. Spirit said that this could hurt a bit. I was like, wow, Spirit, what are you saying? They said that somebody is holding on to something that they need to let go of. And it's for the good of you that it be released. And it's going to require you to do something that you just don't want to do. Hey, Veronica. Hey, sister. Thank you so much for tapping in. I appreciate it. Um, it's giving like going to the doctor. I don't know why for some reason I'm seeing dentist is somebody getting a tooth fixed. You know, like how you be putting off something for so long and you keep putting it off and putting it off and putting it off just because you don't want to deal with it. You don't want to face it. You don't want to have a conversation. You don't want to, you just keep pushing day to day through this thing, like trudging through the mud, and you are suffering from it, but not really able to pull up the courage and the bravery to face and do what needs to be done, beloved. You're going to the dentist next week. Wow. And see, that could be uncomfortable if you are not accustomed to going and understanding what happens and having an expectation and just being really sure and confident that you can get through it and you're going to be safe and you're going to be okay, right? Because a lot of people who have fear of the dentist, like, oh, they're going to hurt, it's going to do something, I'm going to have to pull my teeth out, you know, like it's some sort of fear around that. So I'm getting, for some reason, now I'm saying the word fear of abandonment. So somebody in the wheat field could definitely be suffering from a fear of abandonment. It could have you. I'm seeing people please, you know, holding on to relationships longer than what they need to be held on to. I'm getting expired relationships, like somebody who's kind of drinking on spoiled milk because they are not able to let it go. Something that is no longer useful. Yeah. Oh wow! So you found a dentist that could see children with special needs. Yeah, because it takes a different level of compassion and focus to make sure that they are calm, you know, and you know they're not freaking them out and doing shit too fast. You know, being very explanatory and very empathetic and sympathetic, very understanding. Yeah, it takes a discipline to do that. I look at sometimes barbers who cut children's hair who have autism. You know, they don't like to be touched, especially by strangers, and like how very careful they have to be with making sure they're comforted. So I'm picking up somebody that does, you know, have some issues with releasing relationships, a fear of abandonment, have a tendency to people please, and it's something about habits because I'm seeing a card in the surrender deck is yeah, it's releasing people pleasing habits, surrendering that people pleasing habit. It's a habit of pleasing people. And sometimes you can get into that habit because, you know, you get a sense of reward. You know, if you make somebody else happy, then it gives you a sense of happiness. It hits your dopamine sensors and you feel good about it. But sometimes, you know, you can continue that energy in expired relationships where it's no longer helping. And we kind of went down that road a little bit earlier today in the Rising Message, all about enabling people and how that habit of enabling or people pleasing can create a sense of entitlement in other people. We may not be recognizing how we ourselves, through those people pleasing habits and holding on to relationships past their expiration date, can create a sense of entitlement in other people where they feel like they have a right to your energy. They have a right to your resources. They have a right to you and whatever they want you to do to make things better for them. So at the end of the day, spirit, as we close out the year of the 2025, and I'm getting again Chinese year, the year of the snake, right? Where we are called to shed that old skin, shedding the old skin that you're in. Um, yeah, I just got stuck on shedding old skin. And that's what I'm kind of getting, like this may hurt a bit. It's like you having to rub up against some rough situations to peel that old skin off to reveal something within self, within you. Because as we move forward on our own journeys, that's what it's about. It's about you discovering self, moving to your own destiny, coming into your own fulfillment. You know what I mean? Getting what we say, getting your own bag. You know what I mean? Being self-made. How you gonna be self-made if you putting all your energy into pleasing other people, and especially in the relationships that are past their prime, they're past their expiration date, and being around these people don't do nothing but make you sick. You know what I mean? It's really driven by that fear of abandonment. Yeah, they call it the cold moon for a reason. We've been picking it up. And this right here is like the cold hard truth. And it's even for us, the weak, you know what I mean? And having to tell that person that's in your life that's teaching you that lesson, your AK karmic, because that's what it is. It's just a lesson, right? But what are the lessons that these people are coming to you to teach you? To focus your energy on you, to be safe and secure, knowing that you are rooted, you are grounded, you are always going to be cared for by the Most High God, that true connections will come into you, people who support you, who value you, who are grateful for your presence, like just you, your person, and not what you can do for them, right? And when you stop, yeah, it's something with throat chakra because I felt the energy of my throat chakra and then they just kind of pulled me back. So I'm seeing a card that says surrender to silence. So just like we spirit says surrender people pleasing habits, but surrender to silence. And I'm also seeing another surrender card, which is surrender defensiveness. Surrender to silence. That means control your throat chakra. You ain't got to always say nothing. Sometimes people, I don't know if somebody has a habit of putting their issue out there in the ether, and then you may pick up on it. Oh, they have this issue, they have this need, and then you may offer to help to fix it. I don't know if anybody does that. That is a manipulation tactic that some people can use. They'll tell you all of their woes, all of their trials, and all of their tribulations, and they're talking to you so that you can offer to help fix whatever it is that they're going through. Right? Oh, you're going to. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. Oh, I could just, well, let me see what I could do. I might be able to help. Help you. And spirit says surrender to silence. Like in those moments, you could be like, you could listen to the trials and tribulations and the things that they're going through without feeling the need to voice and extend your help and say, hey, I could do that for you. No, oh, you know what? I understand. Yes, that sounds like a challenge. Yeah, yeah, I definitely can, resonate with that. I've been through something similar. As a matter of fact, I have experienced that. You know what I mean? Like you can connect and give empathy without offering a solution to a person's problems. Spirit says surrender to silence and allow them to kind of control what it is that you say out, like take a pause and then let the spirit say, okay, this is how we're going to approach this, Ashe. Surrender defensiveness is up next. They said you don't have to defend yourself for shit. When you start taking this position that you are going to tackle your own 15, the toxic energy, the fear of abandonment, and come into security, understanding that who's going to be for you is going to be for you, and those who are not for you are just not supposed to be around you. You know what I mean? Like, if they can't connect with your authenticity as a person and understand your intrinsic value, and y'all bind over that in exchange reciprocity, they probably don't need to be around you with. If they cannot do that, just understand that you have intrinsic value as a person, not because what you provide or do for people, but is you just being you is valuable, and y'all can share that and grow and be reciprocal, then they probably shouldn't be around you. But you have to be comfortable enough to let those relationships go. And Spirit said it's gonna hurt. For somebody, it's like ripping off an old ass band-aid. Like, it's been on there for too long and the glue done stuck to your skin, and you trying to figure out how you can't even get that bitch off in the shower. Like, you done wash shit, put some soap and shit, everything on there, and it still won't come off. You got to peel it off. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt. You gonna feel uncomfortable. You're gonna go through a space where you feel like you lonely and alone, and new people not coming in, and you might want to go back to some old people. Spirit said no, keep going, move through the uncomfortability as you break these habits of people pleasing. Surrender to your silence. Is it true you're a man? I don't know. What does it matter? Thank you, Queen. I appreciate you. Maybe you know what, that person is interesting because they came into the live earlier today, so they may be subscribed to the channel. And I thought about this. It's so funny that that whoever they were came back, because this is a little off track. But y'all just stay with your girl. We're gonna get back to the message. Spirit still got us. But somebody is having an issue with, I don't know, like, it was giving me transgender, because I seen a couple things today and he just brought it back. Something with transgenderism, either not being comfortable with it, or somebody has an issue with their sexuality where they are actually attracted to transgender gendered people, which is nothing wrong with it, right? It's your preference is your preference. But the fact that that same person, whatever his name was, or their name, they feel like a guy. They feel masculine to me. So that's what I'm saying. Spirit is saying is masculine. They asked me about oral sex earlier today. Of course, I got soup coolers. Come on, y'all. I've been had these things since I was a kid. I couldn't stand it when I was little. But as a grown-up, full-fledged woman, thank you so much. Yes, they get attention, and we get the same question that they ask. Do you give great? Well, the ones that I've given it to said that it was pretty awesome and amazing. But why would he come back, the same person, and ask if I was truly a woman? Are they confused? Do they have a thing where they kind of like, a woman with stature that almost kind of gives ambiguous gender? I don't know. I don't know. I always get that. And I just talked to my brother about it recently. Like, maybe it's my stature because I'm 5'10". I'm 200 pounds, right? I do have some supremely, like, fucking E cups over here, but it is what it is. But energy, it doesn't has to do nothing to do with the gender roles, right? Or sexuality. Right? He's just perverted. But open your eyes. I am a full woman. I don't know. I know it's hard to tell because transgenderism is a whole thing, and they can very well present. So I usually don't take offense to those questions, right? I can understand how people can be confused, and if a person is looking at you and you have some sort of attractiveness, they want to be sure that what they're looking at is what they're looking at. I get it, but I did pick that up earlier today, so that was kind of synchronistic that you came back and said that. So I get it. And I'm not offended. But back to the message, Oz. Spirit is telling us that somebody is definitely going through some releasing. You're being called to release some people in your life. Some of these people have been around for a very long time. And the lesson that you're learning is to release. The lesson that you're learning is to understand when relationships have expired, when you've gotten what you needed to get out of it, and now it's expired. And to continue to stay in it only creates more sickness and more suffering, right? It does not help either one person continue to grow. It's almost like where something starts to break down into decompose, right? Because decomposition is a natural part of nature. When something is over and it has ended and it has transitioned, it has to break down and continue to break down. We're gonna get our fly swatter because baby, they be out here. Um, Little monitoring spirits everywhere. But that thing that has ended, it has transitioned, has to break down. It has to decompose so that the material can return back to earth and it can be reused and be reborn. It has to continue through the cycle. It has to go through the system. And things that get stuck and get clogged up, it creates blockages in our life. It creates blockages in our pathway, and we block ourselves by refusing to release what has expired, what has run its course, right? When you are resistant to the flow of life. So that resistance comes from fear, right? It's fear of being alone. It's fear that people are going to either judge you, they're not going to like you, they're not going to love you, they're not going to connect with you. Fear that you will be by yourself. Fear that for some reason, I'm getting a fear of failure, right? Like a fear of failure. Like if I release this thing that I have been working on, working and putting all this energy into, then I will have failed at that thing, and now I I'm not successful. Sometimes people want to work at it until they get a sense of success or they think that they can achieve something through it when the spirit may be telling them it's the exact opposite. Like to let it go is where the success is. To release it, to surrender it is where you will find your victory. You can take off the extra weight that you're carrying by trying to please other people and lighten your own load. So life for you is more bearable. Not just bearable, but it's more enjoyable. You know, it's calling somebody to build up that strength and being whole within self. Wholeness. Wow. And yes, because I just got a text message with somebody loving an image. So it's giving self love, it's giving wholeness, it's giving self assuredness, it's giving self secured. Yeah. And that shit is attractive. Two options: success or self-destruction. It is, it is. And I'm hearing headed for self-destruction, self-destruction. Yeah, it's like when you put other people's needs before your own and you find your joy just through the habit of pleasing other people, you end up leading yourself down a path of self destruction. Now, for some, it can work out. Like, people who are very charitable and they dedicate their lives to doing charitable service, that's different. But we are not Gandhi and we are not Mother Teresa, you know what I mean? And you don't have to take on that persona for people who are not doing what they need to do for themselves. It's a difference. And I'm definitely seeing that word enabling again, confirmation. The reply is like, you're enabling people to sit in their complacency, giving them more room, more energy, more resource, more capacity to create more chaos, more calamity, more drama, right? When you pull back your resources and you stop the habit of people pleasing, then yeah, you're gonna feel a kind of way. They're gonna feel a kind of way, but you get to go. Y'all crashing out. Did we just say crashing out? Didn't we just say like tower moments? Folks is not gonna feel good. You not gonna feel good. Shit gonna be falling down. And when I tell y'all, everything had been going fine. Like the weight on here was was good. Like we was stable. And now it just won't stay up for shit. It's like seriously, we're gonna have to jerry rig some shit. Jerry could be significant, but we definitely gotta figure out something because our little thing won't stay. And it was fine, and now all of a sudden it's just not. Nope. Okay, well we gonna hold it. So Spirit said to prevent yourself from having further destruction, decomposition in your life, because you know when you connected to people and you are giving them your energy, how things around you start falling apart, shit starts to crumble. Release yourself. Right. Oh wow, Veronica is saying she doesn't defend herself when her neighbor is talking about her and what she sees her. Yeah, you know what? You let people be foolish by themselves. You don't have to go through all of that defense and shit like that. Like, no, we're gonna figure out another way to jerry rig this stuff, y'all. Like seriously, because we gotta make sure that we can write and we can do everything. I feel like we got enough strength. There we go. We had to put some more strength behind there. Yeah, people, when you start freaking changing the dynamics of relationships, you start dealing with your own fear of abandonment, fear of loneliness, fear of disconnection, right? And it could be a number of reasons why the fear of abandonment developed. And that's a childhood issue, right? That's going back to childhood trauma. For some, it could have happened in teen years, but it's usually childhood trauma where you get that sense of stability and security and groundedness, being very rooted in self. So whether you could play by yourself or you needed to have friends and you needed to you know, give away all your fucking toys in order to get people to play with you. You can see that in children. It's a people pleasing habit. They'll give away their lunch, they'll give away all their snacks, they'll give away their favorite stuff just so that they can have people come and play with them because they don't want to be by themselves. They have not developed the ability to be grounded and rooted within self. So, what does that look like in adulthood? It looks like us people pleasing still. Like, I'm gonna give you all of my resources, I'm gonna give you my whole paycheck, I'm gonna give you whatever. I know that might seem a little bit extreme, but I'm gonna give you everything that I have, like within myself. I'm gonna pour it all into you so that you don't leave me, right? And that it spirit is calling people or somebody particularly out of that habit, and there's forcing us to, or forcing you to, the we, I'm saying us because we are the we too, but to look at the fear of abandonment and where and what is the root of that issue. What made you feel like you needed to give away your value or give away things that are important to you, like your dreams, your goals, your aspirations, your energy, your time, your money, like your heart, like all of it, to please another person so that they don't leave you, beloved? Spirit could be ripping this person away from you if you are not able to make the intentional decision to change those habits and surrender people pleasing and surrender defensiveness and then surrender to silence. It's kind of funny how they wrote surrender to silence first and then they wrote surrender to defensiveness, because I almost want to flip it, right? Where you stop defending yourself against people or in telling or defending your no. Yeah, it is. It's a pattern of trauma bonding. It is. And it's like being called to release that. This is a year of releasing. Everybody's so excited. 2025, release this, release. All the karmics, soul contracts are being broken. But a part of that is you releasing things within self. It's going to hurt to face your own shadow energy, to face your own karmic side. We all have them, right? To deny the fact that we got darkness and shadow and traumas within us is self delusion in a bad way, right? It's not the self delusion that says I'm a success and I'm gonna keep working in this way in order to get the fruit, right? You can, well, that could be bad too, because that's what somebody's doing. They putting in a whole lot of work into an expired relationship and trying to get this shit to be right. Like, you cannot notice that the milk is expired. You can't continuously get up and fix yourself a bowl of cereal with expired milk every day and think that your stomach not gonna hurt. You're gonna be sick, right? So it's like recognizing what you should be working on, what's in alignment and what's not in alignment. Sometimes people work their ass off in unaligned situations and relationships and get so discouraged when the spirit is not blessing it, when it's not making it prosperous. Why? Because it's not aligned. It is a part of something that maybe you think you want. It could be something that you covet from somebody else in their life, but it's not a part of your purpose. And if it's not a part of your purpose and it's not for you, then the spirit is not going to give you, it can't step towards you because it's not for you. Your destiny, when you get in alignment with it, you make a step towards your destiny steps towards you, beloved. It's a co-creation. It is reciprocal. If you are working to step towards something that does not belong to you, it will not come to you. And then you're making all these strides and steps to pressure or force something that was not designed for you in the first place. And you could tell it's not designed for you because of what you have to the scenario and the environment that feel around it, I guess is a better way to say it. A person that's for you is going to reciprocate. They're going to tell you. It's going to be clear, right? You're going to see it. You're going to know it. You're going to feel it. You won't have to sacrifice everything that you value, all of your resources, all of your time to convince this thing to come into you. What wants you, what how do we say it, spirit? Thank you for getting the words right. Your destiny wants you. Your destiny wants you. So when you come into alignment with your destiny and you want that thing, then you enter into a relationship, you build a bridge towards it, right? And you two will come together and it will meet. Whether it's your dream career, whether it's your dream relationship, whether it's the friendships and connections, the health and longevity and vitality, it will come towards you. You know something is not for you when you're the only person that's making strides. It's not reciprocal. You're putting in all of this work to force it to grow. Grass doesn't have to be forced to grow. It knows when to grow and how to grow. It knows how to use the resources for the highest good. When it's time for the grass to stop growing, November, December, wintertime, it cuts off. It understands the timing, it understands the rhythm, it understands the flow. So if you feel like you have to force something, you have to bend over backwards. You got to walk on eggshells. You got to give up everything that's important to you to make something work. Then no, it's not for you. Spirit is saying 2025, it's time for you to release that. And yes, it's going to hurt. It's not going to feel good, right? But you will grow through the pain. You will take that pain and push it into your purpose, right? We will transmute it. You can call all of that energy back and upcycle it and push it towards your destiny. So spirit just wanted us to come in and bring this message. They said that somebody, the wheat, a good person, good-hearted, kind-hearted, you have things to do. The spirit is calling you to do something amazing. And the most amazing part is to grow you to be secure and comfortable within yourself, to know that you are rooted and that you are grounded, that you are always connected. And when you align yourself with your purpose, what's really for you, you will see yourself accelerate. Somebody is seeing death in their life, decomposing energy because they keep feeding something that has passed away. It has transitioned. So your energy is just going to the wayside. It's like, again, we were talking about on the rising, that mismanagement, right? So when you come into the mind state of looking, observing, witnessing, and really going into that hangman and saying, let me slow up, let me pause for a minute and get a different perspective. What I'm helping this person out, I'm making them happy. They feel good, they're lifted up, they're excited, they are, doing their own thing, whatever it is that they want to do. But I'm not reaching my dreams. I'm not achieving my goals. You know, and for some reason I'm hearing credit history could be shot. Somebody could be going into debt trying to help somebody else and help please others through habit. Holidays is coming up. How many times people go into people pleasing habits during the holidays because they want people to feel a kind of way, a certain sentiment. It's almost like the practice of buying love, and you just can't. The one money does not buy love. Sacrificing yourself is not an act of love. I mean, I guess some people think about it like that, but I don't. Spirit is not saying that. Like, first law of nature is self-preservation. If you don't preserve yourself in good health, how can you help anyone else? So no, you are not supposed to sacrifice yourself onto death and transition to please other people, to hold on to relationships. It's not real. Those people are users. They are takers. They will continue to play on that trauma through, your need to hold on to relationships, and they will squeeze every bit they can get out of you, beloved. And when you have nothing left, they will continue to go on about their way. So, does it hurt more to release now when you still have vitality and you can repair, you can rebuild, and you can move forward? Or is it better for you to hold on to your ultimate detriment, and then they go on and keep living life like it never even happened? Because if you are anticipating that people are going to care more about you than you care about yourself, then you are mistaken. That's the lesson to learn, beloved. People are not going to care. I guess if you are supremely depressed, a lot of people can care more about you than you're caring about self right then. So take it with a grain of salt. But on general principle, people not gonna love you more than you love yourself. As a matter of fact, you teach people how to love you by how you love yourself. So if they know that you are not the people pleaser, I'm not gonna fucking do this shit just because I'm gonna go broke to make you happy. No, not doing that. I'm not gonna go broke just so that you could feel better. Yeah, absolutely, Echo. Absolutely. The minute you don't have anything else for them to take, they gone. They gone. So Spirit said to heal that, to get down to the root, is to fix the fear of abandonment, because that is underneath the habit of people pleasing. You don't want people to leave you, so you give them everything that you got to make them stay. But as soon as you don't got nothing else to give, they gone anyway. So what did it serve you at the end of the day? It just gave you a lot more pain and a lot more suffering, right? And unfortunately, it is the pain and the suffering that are our biggest teachers. We learn through adversity. But do you have to get all the way, all the way, all the way, all the way down to rock bottom before you get it? Spirit is saying to somebody, you don't have to hit the. Maybe this is the bottom. Maybe that's why they're telling us to bring the message. Like, maybe this is rock bottom. This is the year of releasing. This is, spiritual cases are being called up. And they may be telling you, like, yeah, it's going to hurt you. It's going to make you feel a kind of way to release these people, to release people pleasing habits. When you find yourself slipping back into it, how do you correct it? Surrender to silence. They're going to come and tell you their side story, their trials and tribulations and everything that they've been going through and all of this shit, so that you could do what you normally do. Start speaking up and offering to do this and to do that. Spirit said, silence, silence. you know and then surrender defensiveness. If you say anything and you have to say a no, like a no dot, no period, it don't need no explanation, and it don't need no defending. When you change your parameters and your boundaries and how you handle people and how you allow people to handle you, what they expect from you, because you have to reel some shit in and set some new shit up. Like, oh, it's a whole different day. Like, we not doing that no more. To what? Then it's like, yeah, they not gonna feel good about it. And you have to figure out a different way to deal too. And maybe even deal with a period of being by yourself to get really good and solid within you. Like, I could be alone without being lonely. It's a difference. Oh shit, I enjoy my own company. You mean to tell me since I done put down the habit of people pleasing and putting all my energy into all these folks, I got more time to invest in energy and money and coin to invest in myself? Yeah. Spirit said yes. You get to reroute that into you so that you can now go do what you're supposed to be doing. All them dreams and aspirations you got sitting over there that you put to the wayside and you sacrifice for other people, let's get back into that. Let's restart in that. Reinvest in that. Because again, once you give them everything that you can give, they gone anyway. Shit, they so therefore you could stop today and they could be gone today. I'm just saying, today could be the day. For somebody, today is the day. Today is the day for somebody. I'm just saying. Yes, I am worth my love. I am worthy of my energy. And I am worthy of people around me that bring forth the value, the principle of reciprocity. If you not, well, come on with this thing. It ain't we ain't doing this shit right here with the lopsided. No, no, no. Spirit said absolutely not. No. And you don't got to defend it. Defend what? Defend what? A no? No, it's two letters. You understood it. You might not have liked it when I said it, but you got it. And I ain't got to say nothing else about it. That's why we flipped it. Now I'm going to surrender to silence. I'm going to let you go ahead on and deal with that because I got to deal with it too. Because me telling you no does make me uncomfortable. People, let's be real. A lot of people is uncomfortable with saying no. And that's okay. Cause that being uncomfortable is the way to grow. You gotta stretch. You ain't got to do a fuck shit thing. You can do what you want to do. But if we gonna hit these goals and these bars and these accomplishments, you got to take assessment of what you put your energy into. And if your energy is going into people to please them so that they don't leave you, then Spirit said it's time for you to put that energy back into you. Why are you afraid of people leaving you? Where did the fear of abandonment come from? How did you develop people pleasing habits and trying to hold on to expired relationships? If the relationship expired, the milk done gone bad, then it's time to put that out. It's time for it to go out to pasture. You know what I'm saying? Thank you so much, Soul of a Man. I appreciate you. We are we're in the Southwest. We're in AZ today. Yeah. Yes, yes, Echo. You can't sacrifice for anybody. They have to learn their lessons. You can't carry their cross. You can't. You know, yo, because what happens is you end up carrying two crosses. You carry their cross and your own. And what do you do to them with this enablement and enabling and entitlement? You teach them that they don't have to carry their own cross, that they don't have to deal with their own responsibilities, they don't have to deal with their own obligations, they don't have to be responsible for their own issues. You prevent them from going through the strengthening that the Most High is putting them through. That cross that they bear strengthens them the same way that your cross strengthens you. You know, so it doesn't help on each end. And that's why these people are vampires. Because as soon as you stop allowing them to dump their shit on you, or you stop taking on, and they dump it for somebody, this person is crafty, they dump it on you in a way that makes you seem like you volunteered to receive it, to take it. They just told you the trials and tribulations and you offered to help me. Well, they talking to a person that's gonna offer them the help, right? And so you can't even go back and say, I did this or I helped you. Well, I didn't ask you to do that. I didn't ask you to do shit. Just because I was talking to you about my problems don't mean that I wanted you to fix it, knowing damn well they told you because they know you would help them fix it. See, people with them habits, they not gonna like that. They don't they not gonna feel, look, they not gonna be happy because you decided that you not even gonna comment on the shit. Surrender into silence. I'm not gonna comment. Oh my goodness. Wow. You know, it's like tuning in your ears. Like your ear chakras. You know what I'm saying? I'm become a good listener. You ain't even always got to say nothing to these persons. Just listen. And if it get too much because you keep hearing the same shit, then give them a time limit on that. Become unavailable. You check your Palm Pilot. What am I doing? It look like I'm falling back on some shit. That's what the fuck I got on schedule. My Palm Pilot say it's tune out time today. It's tune out. You keep calling me with the same problem, and I keep helping, and I keep making you feel better, and then you don't want to do shit for self, but just keep calling me with something else. Like, no. Echo says you can't teach somebody to find peace. They have to get to that point. They do. They do. And it is the trials and tribulations that push them to that point. You don't find peace until you get sick and tired of being sick and tired. And that's what I'm getting. Somebody's spirit said they are getting to the point where they are sick and tired of being sick and tired. Like today could be the day that they tell somebody else, no more, no way. Like, no, no, no. Look, I got light in me, and the Most High God makes the way. But I am not just your light in the way. Like, no. You got to be able to pull some of that shit up out yourself. The same way you create these issues is the same way you have the ability to resolve these issues. Because in every problem is a solution if you take the time to sit down and think about it and decipher it. You can find it. And we can give them a wonderful gift. You talking about gifting people because you just so kind-hearted and so loving and empathetic. You can give them the gift of being self-sufficient, self-responsible, and self-sustainable. That's the gift that keeps on giving. You could feed a person all day long, but shit, if you teach their ass how to fish and feed themselves, then they good, beloved. So give them the gift. It's the holiday season. This is the season of giving. Give them the gift of self-sustainability to show themselves what they could do. Give yourself the gift of showing you what you could do. Like, yeah, I can be good. I might not, you know, have all of these people I was connected to that was robbing me, stealing my energy and stealing my coin and, using and profiting off of my empathy, right? I may not have them, but damn it, what was it replaced with? Peace and prosperity and wholeness and focus for me. And now I got time and energy to reach my dreams and my goals and my destiny. Shit. I think that's a win-win. I think it's a win-win. And you might not feel great about it right off rip, you know what I mean? But shit, I bet you for somebody you don't feel good sitting in it. So which one you gonna choose? You gonna choose the hurt that helps you heal, or you gonna choose the hurt that just keeps on hurting? And then that's it. Spirit said it's decomposing anyway, so what you gonna do with it? When the spirit takes something and it puts it through the decomposition process, it ain't shit you can do with it. The only thing you're gonna do is continue to sit in the rubble of a tower moment. The tower has already fallen. So acceptance in refusing to keep, I don't know. It's like somebody just, I'm seeing word, like, what is it? It's an acid. It's hydrochloric acid. Something that's so strong that just eats up all the fucking organic material. Like you trying to build something in the spirit is pouring hydrochloric acid on top of it. Fucking boric acid. Like it's nothing that can be done with it. Echo says, when you start moving forward, you're accepting new things in your life, and those things are going to be way more fulfilling than what you were sitting in. Absolutely. Yes. Yes. It'll be way more fulfilling. I'm telling you, you could be sitting up next to a person because you don't want to be lonely, whoever this is. And Spirit said it's going to hurt. And they said this might hurt a bit. So we got to tell you how the Spirit is telling us to tell you, beloved. And it's all with love. It's all in love. It's all in love. You could be sitting up there with a person that you have this habit of people pleasing in this expired ass relationship because you are afraid of abandonment and don't want to be yourself. And you could feel just as lonely and shut out and isolated sitting right next to this person that you giving all your goodness to. When you could feel whole and complete and safe and comforted by yourself. Now, I'm not telling nobody to just leave their relationships, but you know what I'm talking about. You know when you in a relationship by yourself with a person that you are giving every damn thing to, trying to please them, and they are giving nothing back to you. And as soon as you have nothing left to give and you can't give it or you can't do it, they will abandon you anyway, beloved. And what does that do? It makes your fear of abandonment be true. You create a self fulfilling prophecy in your life because you are pouring into relationships that are not designed to be with you anyway, beloved. They're just not. They are only there to teach you how to be comfortable with you, how to be whole within yourself. And when you become whole within yourself, you attract other people who are whole and who will value your wholeness. They will value the healthy version of you. So, is it going to hurt you? Yes, but it's good for you. You can't leave that band aid on there forever. You got to take it off. You got to take it off. I love you. This is somebody's lesson and journey at this time, and it's not easy. We all done, poured into relationships that are past their expiration date, or many of us have. And Spirit is calling us to be more efficient at releasing it when it's time to be done with it. When Spirit say it's done, it's over with, be okay with letting it go. I love you too, sis. Thank you guys so much for tapping it in, for tapping in. Yeah. Yes, yes, Echo. Most I got more plans for us than to try to rebuild BS. And it's not gonna work. That's why so many people feel discouraged right now. I mean, honest to goodness, a lot of people feel discouraged because they are putting their energy to build things that are unaligned with their purpose. For some reason, it's something that got in there for however it manifested, however it came about. That's the root cause to get to. But you are out of alignment when you are working on something that is, the more you put your hands in it, the more it crumbles, the more it decomposes because it's not for you. Right? We all have that thing that's for us. And when we build a bridge between us and our destiny, when we say, okay, Most High God, Most High God gonna laugh at your plans anyway. So did you go into Hangman and get the revelation what the Spirit said? This is your destiny. This is where I'm taking you, your spiritual vision. It will align you with that. But if you have not done that, you could be working on something that is just definitely not for you. And the more that you put into it, the more it will decompose and break down, beloved, until it's like back to the subatomic particles. We're talking about metaphysical particles where, it's back into the field of all potentiality. And then the spirit is going to have you, these little monitoring spirits, the spirit will then have you go and hangman anyway. Because when you get down to the dust, it's hangman time. Tower moment, star is next. You got to heal, right? So that the spirit can reveal what's true for you. And when you get in alignment with that, when you surrender to the spirit, you surrender to people pleasing habits, you surrender to the silence, you surrender to the defensiveness, you surrender that defensiveness. I'm not going to defend what I thought, what my position was, because I don't even remember why the Most High God sent me here. So I have to be reminded. I had to come into revelation in order to get that. So when you go into that and the spirit gives you your pathway, come into alignment with that. And it is going to hurt because you're going to realize that a lot of people and a lot of things you are doing are not on your aligned pathway. They were the things that led you to this space to be broken down enough to get on the pathway and to align yourself in the right way. Then you move and your destiny comes to you. It's a two-way thing. It's a bridge that has been formed. So if the spirit is breaking down a bridge because you weren't supposed to be on it, you weren't supposed to go that way, it's time for it to be released. Whatever's on the other side of it cannot come back towards you. It's done, it's over with. It has transitioned, and now it's time to build something different. Is it going to hurt? Yes. But it is good for you that the spirit do it. Spirit is a corrector. and we lovingly be, the spirit lovingly corrects us, is what we're trying to say. Correction is caring. Course correction is caring. If you're going the wrong way, you want somebody to come care enough about you to correct the course and put you in the right way. If you have something deeply rooted within you that is blocking you and keeping you from reaching your destiny, you want something that's lovingly enough to show you that thing, to show you to yourself so that you can heal it. You can be healthy and you can move forward in good spirit. No more growing things in, the spirit is just pouring acid on it. Like you trying to work on something that just wasn't even designed for you to work on. It's wasted energy. And you're not here to waste your time with. So take that as it resonates. Thank you guys so much for being so accommodating. Of course, this is the Tears That We Throw show. You sure enough never know what you're going to get. The spirit going to bring the message. And they're going to bring it however they choose to bring it. So thank you guys for being here, for receiving. And if it don't resonate, then don't take none of it. But I'm pretty sure all of us can get with the general GPs. You know, don't drink spoiled milk. The shit makes you sick. Period. Like, and you don't have to, if you got to explain that shit to somebody, surrender onto silence and surrender your defensiveness. Because I'm not going to defend the position that I don't think you should drink spoiled milk. If you don't understand why that shit not good for you, then I ain't got nothing else to say to you. I'm just saying. You welcome, Queen. I love y'all. I love y'all so much. I do. I do. Spirit corrects us all the time, and I am so grateful and thankful for that correction. Keep us in the right way. You know what I'm saying? They see what we don't see. So be open to course correction week. To the next now, I love y'all so much, just like I love me. I do. It's growing and expanding on a daily, right? That 1%. We can do hard things. We can. We can face our shadow energy, our shadow selves, right? We can dig into our traumas and we can heal them, right? We are generational curse breakers, right? We are not going to uphold the same status quo of being self-sacrificial, right? Becoming a martyr for other people, pouring your energy into places where it's not valued and it doesn't get returned to you, where it's not magnified, beloved. So practice. For somebody, I'm hearing a very specific message. Spirit is saying to practice putting yourself first. A very specific message to practice on putting yourself first. First law of nature, self-preservation. You cannot do anything for anybody else if you don't take care of self. Anything else? It's erasing something. Spirit is almost like erasing or cleaning up something. They want you to clean up something. The fear of abandonment. To know that you could never be, I don't know, they're giving me isolated, abandoned, left alone. Like you may not realize how much spiritual company that you have, right? Sometimes the physicality can get tough because you want a warm body, but again, what will you do to get it? You can't buy love. Money doesn't buy love. Self-sacrificing, that's not how we get that good love. Is that the kind of love you need? Is what Spirit said. And do you understand that you are never alone? You are never by yourself. You always have company. So you can be alone and not be lonely. I love y'all again, just like I love the AO that guides us, that keeps us, that corrects us when we need it, that gave us the word baked in, built in, and it lives as you breathe. It lives within you. We call out a new reality. I love myself so much. I'm worthy of good love. I do things that are pleasing and joyful to my soul and to my spirit. And I do it from a place that fosters good, healthy, whole connections and relationships. And I wish that unto all of you. To the next now. Ashe, beloved. Love you. Mwah.